What's going on, you guys? Listen, if you want to learn how to wheelie your sport bike and you want to learn how to get there without crashing out in the process, this is the place to be, because guess what? No one has ever said what I'm about to tell you. Okay, it's 100% possible. And guess what? This is the training to know how. All right, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the methods I use to learn how to wheelie a 1000cc sport bike in 30 days without crashing the bike. My name is Extreme Life Darius. My name is Darius Okubo. And this is what I'm telling you, okay? I'm putting my name on it. You guys know who I am. If you haven't already, check me out on all social media platforms. All right, and in this training, I'm going to be showing how you can use the same exact shortcut so you can get the similar results too. Now, I want to know in the comments, what level are you guys at? Are you just beginning? Maybe you don't know where to start. Maybe you started popping it up. Maybe you've been popping it up for a while. You can chase wheelies, but you're not really at balance point. You're not comfortable with the rear brake. Or maybe you already got the rear brake. You trying to learn how to drop back and scrape. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you guys at? Now, I'm going to be honest. If you already have the rear brake under control and you can hold balance point, you know what I'm saying? This training is not really for riders at that level or beyond that level. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys pretty much need more practice to continue on. But this is going to be most beneficial for the riders that need help getting to that point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to waste anyone's time, all right? Because this is real and it's going to be game changer for specific riders. So if you're just getting started, leave a 1 in the chat. All right, if you've been doing some wheelies for a while, popping it up, but you still want to get more control over the bike, put a 2 in the chat. I want to see. In the comment section, I'll be reading through all the comments. All right, cool. So let me ask you guys a question. If by the end of this call, you walk away with the following, would these next 45 minutes be worth your time? All right, you have a complete understanding of how to master wheelies and know how to get there without looping your bike. Okay, a clear path on how to get started and knowing how to improve your skills on your own for the rest of your life. All right, and knowing how to build full control and confidence that gets you real respect. All right. Now, each of these are important. Let me tell you why. Because a lot of riders don't have a clear path on how to improve their skills. They think, oh, well, if I want to learn how to wheelie, then I just need to loop my motorcycle. I need to go crash and destroy my bike. That is not how you effectively learn a new skill, not by damaging yourself. Okay, so knowing how to learn something new is important. All right, a complete understanding of how to master wheelies, knowing how to get there in a safe manner, efficiently. A lot of guys waste a lot of time. They waste years chasing a wheelie. Years? It doesn't take years to learn a skill like this. Like, this skill is not rocket science. This is for fun. You know what I'm saying? Popping a wheelie on your motorcycle. All right. So, important things to note. This is a free training that I put together, okay? My promise to you is that if you stick around to the end, you'll know exactly how to transform your riding and master full control going into 2026. All right. And I'll be answering anybody's questions at the end. Any questions you got, I'll be answering them. Leave them in the comments. I'll be going through them and making sure that everyone gets their questions answered. So like I said, man, if by the end of this 45 minutes, you're completely clear on how to reach your goals, wouldn't it be worth it? It would, wouldn't it? Cool. So you don't need any stunt experience to do this. You can be a complete beginner, like I said. The strategies and methods you're about to discover are the same exact strategies that I personally use to learn how to wheelie and scrape on a 1,000cc sport bike in just 30 days. All right, I was on a ZX10R. How many of you guys are wondering why I'm doing all this for free? Okay, and I wanna re-emphasize that this is not a joke. This is not clickbait. Okay, this is actually my real experience on my journey of riding motorcycles and learning how to wheelie. All right, this is my true story. So I'm here to share what worked for me because it just may work for you too. All right, now here's why I'm doing this for free. I try to answer everyone's DMs, but there's simply too many. Look at these DMs, okay? You can see my name at the top. This is my account. You know, my phone battery is dead. You know, that's pretty much like me. And you see all these unopened DMs 69 weeks ago, 69 weeks ago, 68 weeks ago, 60. Listen, these DMs simply just never got opened. Not because I'm trying to be mean. It's just too many to get to. I'm one person and there's over 1,000 DMs. It's not physically or humanly possible to help everyone while I'm posting content, while I'm training. Like, I just do the best that I can do, okay? Now, if any of you guys, your DM, you see your name, please reach out to me again. I'm only able to get to the bunch that's on the top, and then it starts to get pushed down. All right. Now, this is the only way that I'm able to help hundreds of riders and gain full control all around the world simultaneously. Okay. No matter how much experience they have, no matter where they're from, no matter how old they are. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're a complete beginner. And you don't need to be born with special talent. A lot of guys look at guys doing wheelies and they go, oh, they're just special. Oh, it came easy to them. Like, bro, you can learn it too. You don't need special talent to learn how to do a wheelie at balance point. You know, and you don't need a flashy bike either. You just don't. You know, a bike is a bike. It's about the rider, not the bike. Now, for the really serious riders who still want more after today's training, I will be presenting a special one-time offer for you to work with me directly at the end. All right. So presenting this training today, like I said, myself, Extreme Life Darius, for those of you who don't know who I am. And before we get into this, I want you guys to picture that you spent $3,000 for this training. And let me tell you why. Most people that want to learn how to wheelie, they don't have a training to go by. They just have to go out there and figure it out. You know, look up a YouTube video and watch a bunch of them and kind of piece it together themselves. And they learn through trial and error. Now, these are not free. Like, every time you crash your bike, you have to repair it. So these guys crash their bikes multiple times, right? And they have to repair their bikes multiple times, you know, full fairing motorcycles. You know what I'm saying? They invest, they buy cages. That's $500 to get cages. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't have cages, you know what I'm saying? Things really add up. By the time they actually learn how to wheelie, they've already invested well over $3,000. If you add up all the times they have to repair their bike from guessing. Okay? A lot of guys also go the Grom route. They buy a Grom. Now, if you look at a Grom brand new, it's about $4,000. If you buy a Grom used, it's about $3,000. So yes, the consequences are less if you loop your Grom. You might not break that many parts. You most likely walk away if you do loop your Grom. You know, you'll be fine. But you already spent your investment to learn, which was $3,000 for the bike. So if you're paying for a training that's going to teach you how to wheelie without looping, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be better to like get the information, skip the trial and error? Right? You're paying the same amount anyways. Might as well skip the mistakes and just get straight to the good part. Makes sense, right? All right, cool. So go ahead and picture $3,000 leaving your account for this training. And if you don't have $3,000, go ahead and just go into negative, because there's no way to learn how to wheelie without investing in learning. You can't just do this without learning. So you either have to crash and learn or have someone show you and learn. There's no way around it. All right, boom. Good. I'm glad we got that out the way. Everyone is paid up. Everyone has mentally paid $3,000 for this training. Let's get it. Now, the online education space is $1 billion a day industry. Okay? The global digital transformation market size is estimated to be around 2.7 trillion in 2023, with projections to reach 12.35 trillion by 2032. What does that mean? That means that there's trillions of people getting online and learning something and experiencing transformations in their real life. That's all that means. You know what? I guarantee that there's people that you know, family, friends, that have already been through transformations learning from something online. Here's a writer. His name is Rusty. He's a tattoo artist. He rides an R7. He DM'd me asking for advice. I gave it to him, and now he's holding Balance Point. Never met him in person. This is completely online. Here's the message. It says, lock in my wrist like how you said. Took that shit to the next level, bro. I'm starting to be able to hit Balance Point a little too. Your tips definitely helping. A couple weeks later, he's sending me videos. I took a screenshot. He's holding Balance Point. Now listen, everyone wants full control. No one wants to crash, and I have the blueprint. All you have to do is stick through to the end. Not skip to the end, okay? Because you just miss all the information. You still don't know anything. Stick through to the end. Now, let's talk about who this training is for. All right, this is for riders that are trapped at the same level and they can't get past it. They've been doing the same thing for years. All right, here's a rider, Court. He's been riding for 10 plus years. Started on dirt bikes, moved over to street bikes. Can't wheelie the bike. Can't have the results that he's looking for. And here's a message that he sent me. He said, "Thank you, man. I have been pumped. In all of my years of riding, this is the most fun I've ever had on riding a motorcycle. And you really do have a gift for this. You can hear, sense, and know what's going on with me. And you're able to pull it out of me, even at 46 years old." Listen, I'm not going to read this whole thing and just gas myself up. You can pause it and read it if you want to. But this is a real person getting real results. All right? Who's been stuck for years. And finally, he's living his dream. This is also for riders that don't know where to start. Like David, he had been, brand new to riding motorcycles, got a Gixxer 1000 and wanted to pop wheelies. He said, man, it's so fun. It's something that I really want to do, but I can feel myself almost about to loop. And I just need your help, man, because I don't want to keep flirting with it and I actually loop my bike. So I said, you know what? I'll show you exactly what to do. And here's him sending me a big message saying, bro, my wheelies are there, man. It's finally happened. Today I was actually able to keep a consistent holding the bike up. And he was able to control the height. He could keep it higher. He could keep it lower. Exactly how he wanted it. I appreciate you, man. No, you have no idea. So you can also be a rider who needs help getting over the fear. You know what I'm saying? You can be an experienced rider that been doing wheelies, been chasing wheelies, but you can't figure out the rear brake. You know what I'm saying? Here's Henry saying, perspective is the fast forward button to success. I appreciate any value you can give. Thank you, boss. Your tips really helping me improve. I stopped overthinking and I just did it. I'm thankful for your program. This is a powerful message. Now, Henry, like I said, he was already experienced. So when he came to me, he was chasing wheelies, and 2 weeks later, he's holding balance point. You can see a screenshot there. So like I said, like I give guys the blueprint of learning how to wheelie and master that control without looping the bike. But everyone has their own time frame because everyone learns at a different pace and they're all at different stages. And that is why this is so powerful, because it's dynamic. It's not one size fits all. Now, which rider are you? Leave in the comments. We're experiencing one of the most profound shifts in the industry, in the history of the world right now. Okay, the internet has broken down traditional walls. Modern technology allows riders to connect globally, right? We go on social media, we see guys in Brazil doing crazy stuff that we never even thought was possible. Now our minds just open up to what's possible on the bike. That really changes things. Even maybe these guys in Brazil have been watching us and we made them level up. You know what I'm saying? They start getting nicer bikes and, whatever. Number 2, we can get exposed to more insights than others in our hometown and learn to ride at a higher level through online. This is real because just off of the things I've seen on the internet, I've been inspired and added things to my riding that I never would have thought of if I was just by myself riding with the guys in my neighborhood. Riders all have an equal opportunity now to learn far beyond the local standards without having to travel. All right? All you need is internet. And you can really change the game. All right? The combination of these 3 forces coming together means that now is the perfect time to start your motorcycle mastery journey. Online training, internet, location freedom. It doesn't get better than that. It's never been this good. It's never been this good. My name is Darius Okubo. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a 28-year-old entrepreneur, 1000cc motorcycle rider, originally from Maryland. Then I moved to Los Angeles. Now I'm in Colombia, South America, all because I've been chasing my passion and broadening my skills on a motorcycle. The world's first online wheelie coach, man. I've been growing my business from nothing to helping hundreds of riders in the last 2 years. I train other riders using the same exact blueprint that I use to develop my own riding. Now, this here. Ultimate confidence. Willing to do the canyons. Wheeling a Gixxer 750 on the freeway, just throwing it back, full confidence. Now also, in addition to having full confidence on a motorcycle, it's also opened a lot of doors and opportunities for me. You can see here a camera car following me. This was actually an opportunity I got to ride a dirt bike, a YZ125 dirt bike for Adidas. All right, I got paid to ride a dirt bike for Adidas. All right, not because I just owned a motorcycle. It's because I have full control, full confidence. I became cool to film. People wanted to film me and it opened up a lot of doors. You know what I'm saying? When you have full control over your motorcycle, it's such a powerful opportunity to network, meet people. Your whole world change. It's a really good feeling. I've gained respect. Anywhere I go and make an appearance on a motorcycle, I'm instantly respected. Even like coming out here to Colombia, I know I get on a motorcycle, start 12 o'clock in, showing, how much control I have over the bike. It's respectable. Anywhere you go in the world, you know what I'm saying? I blew up on social media. I had 60,000 followers, and I'm way beyond that now, but it's just going to keep getting better and better. I'm going to get better and sharper on the bike, and so can you. Now, this is another cool one, man. Spoiling my girlfriend. Doing wheelies, you see her doing the one-hander. She's fully trusting me because she knows how much confidence and how much control I have over the bike. You know what I'm saying? And every time, like, we're not wheeling, she's like, when's the next wheelie? Because it's just so much fun. And it feels good. You feel like the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you are the freaking man when you're wheeling on a motorcycle. There's no better feeling. I wouldn't imagine having a motorcycle and I can't wheelie it. Now, I'm going to be honest. It didn't always start like this. All right? This is how it actually started. I was known as the kid that wasn't really a good rider. Okay, I got made fun of by the good riders. I wasn't accepted in their circle. I wasn't accepted in their friend group because in their mind, I wasn't on their level, And I made it my life mission to become one of the best riders because I didn't like that feeling at all. I wanted to become better. I struggled for years. I tried everything, but nothing seemed to get better. I had multiple severe crashes. Everyone was saying that it was a sign that I should quit. Like, don't you think you should stop riding? You keep getting hurt. You keep crashing your bike. Don't you see that's a sign? I lost all my money buying bikes, fixing bikes, or just medical bills. My mom wanted me to quit riding. It broke her heart to see me in the hospitals. I lost a toe one time. And to be honest, these were dark times. I thought maybe I should quit riding. I really thought I should quit riding. I fell into a deep depression. I could hardly get out of bed each day. Then one day it hit me. Out of my darkest hours came my biggest breakthrough. And instead of going hard, trying to teach myself everything through trial and error, why not find the best riders in my city and learn from them and do the same? So this became my introduction into bike life. I found a teacher. I found someone that was willing to take me under their wing.
Sometimes I wish I had a Mr. Miyagi, someone to show me the ropes and just guide me, show me the clouds, have a silver lining, and help me understand perfect timing, cause in this day.
And finally, things started to change. This was me 30 days later. 12 o'clock, and I could not believe it. I finally respected myself. After riding my whole life, now I can do this. I rode my whole life and couldn't wheelie. I was invisible. I got no respect. And now I'm the guy, 12 o'clock in, scraping on 1,000 cc's. Holy crap, man. I could not believe it. I was finally living my dream, being a rider who I respected and admired. But even though when I couldn't wheelie, look at the big smile on my face. I was super happy to be learning from someone that could wheelie. So this was life before the wheel. Yeah. See the blue bike? Let's go back. The blue bike. Same blue bike. Same exact blue bike. Full fairings. You know what I'm saying? Full fairings, no cages. Stock, completely stock, except for the scrape bar. This was 30 days before me chasing. No control. Zero.
You fucking got it! Bro, I learned about growth! I learned about growth!
Today. career break will actually change your life. Now, this is my first time training another rider. My friend was like, yo, can you teach me how to wheelie? I was like, I guess I can show you what I know. And he did it. This is us. So now maybe you're thinking that, of course he got good. You were riding with him in person. That's true. I thought the same thing, but then I realized I was taking too much credit. You know what I mean? I could talk to him, tell him how to do things, and explain it to him. He could watch me ride and see how I do things. But at the end of the day, I could not ride the bike for him. He put the work in. I just explained to him what to do and how to do it. So whenever riders came to me and they found me on Instagram and they started asking for wheelie advice, I'm like, well, technically, like, I could just give them advice, right? Because all they need to do is understand what to do, and I just point it out for them, and they just go and do it. I can't ride the bike for them anyways. Like, even if I was with them in person, it would be the same thing. So I would have them send me riding clips, and I would give them feedback, and they got results immediately. This is when I knew I had something special. At this stage, I decided to go all in. I took the same mindset I used to learn how to wheelie by learning from someone else. And I looked for someone who could show me the ropes in online business. I took every dollar I made as an Uber driver to learn how to develop a system to help riders worldwide. I invested over $2,700 into self-development and mentors. Here's one of my mentors who got me to my first online coaching business. You know, after I joined with him, I jumped from 3,000 followers to 30,000 followers in 2 months. And I started to generate money online and start to get clients and different riders and started coaching. I didn't have any structure before learning from Vincent Fisher's program. This is one of my mentors.
Yo, what's going on, boys? So that last story was my client Darius. Now, he came to me with 3,000 followers, and in just 2 months, he grew his following to 30,000 followers. Everybody that wants to learn how to start a successful online coaching business, go ahead and check it out.
So, like I said, I always believe in mentorships and learning from other people to get to where you want to go, especially if they have the results. Because results is the only thing that matters. A wise man learns from his own mistakes, but a genius learns from others' mistakes. Now, you can see things started to pick up. I started getting people DMing me, reaching out to me. I started coaching riders all over the world. Our community started to grow like crazy, you guys. I quickly realized that I had started something that was much bigger than me. This was no longer about Extreme Life Darius. This was a worldwide movement. Now, this was me 3 years ago, and this is me now, all right? I went from scrub, invisible, not confident, not respected, don't have full control, didn't know the rear brake, to having full control, completely confident, respected by others, and I respected myself. You know what I'm saying? I respect what I can do on a motorcycle, and that's the best feeling you can have, is earning your own respect. Now, I'm a big believer in, creating the blueprint for your life instead of just drifting around. No, you take life and You have goals and you decide what you want for your life. Okay, so imagine yourself 3 years from now. Okay, this is you now, wherever you are, doesn't matter. Maybe you don't have full control. Maybe you want to learn the rear brake. Maybe you want to get over fear. Doesn't matter where you are. All right, I want you to picture and imagine yourself in 3 years. Where do you want to be? Where are you going? Okay, don't let yourself drift around. Decide what kind of rider you want to be. What do you want to do on the bike? Do you want full control? Do you want to get balance point? Do you want to 12 o'clock? Do you want to scrape? Do you want to do circle wheelies? What rider do you want to be in the next 3 years? Okay, and hold that image. And guys, it's not just my results. This is Adam. Okay, I met Adam in Bakersfield. And he was a fader looping his bike. He developed mental blocks. And in a few short months, we developed his riding to be able to hold balance point on command. 0 crashes in the process. And he was on R6. Now this is Blake. Blake is a newer rider. He just joined me 3 months ago. All right. He said, man, I've been riding for 4 years and I don't know how to pop it up. You know, so we tailored his program to the current level he was at. In the 90 days, he had enough training to be able to hold balance point on command. All right, he's riding an R7. He's out here doing wheelies in the street. He doesn't want to get in trouble.
Holy shit, I just hit that corner.
I know he really likes Jixer, bro. He wanted to learn safely and rebuild confidence after a crash before we met. All right. And in a few months, we developed his riding and built a solid foundation to boost up his confidence. Currently, he's doing slow wheelies at balance point. All right. You can see him here in the comments. He's saying, I hope you're proud. And I told him, I'm freaking proud of Now, guys, we got hundreds of testimonials, but I'm not going to bore you with just a bunch of testimonials, okay? I'm going to actually show you how you can get your own results, okay? If you want to master your motorcycle and learn wheelies successfully with minimum damage, you need to know these 3 things. All right? What not to do. All right? YouTubing how to wheelie. All right? Or the just send it method. No, motorcycle riding is calculated. You don't just send it. Okay? It's not rocket science to know that if you just send it and just throw the wheelie up and just grab a handful of throttle and you don't have the skill to control it, you're going to crash. Okay? You don't have the skill. So sending it is not your answer. And this was me. You know what I'm saying? I was, look. So I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. I'm just clutching and chasing and then slamming their wheel down. I'm damaging my forks. I'm damaging my whole bike because I keep slamming the front end down. I'm in the dark. I'm trying to show off for my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he pulls out the camera completely up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sending it. Looked on YouTube. Like, YouTube is just so many different things. People saying something different. You don't really know what to listen to. And they're not on the same bike as you a lot of times. Like, bro, like, and then they're making the video to get clicks and views, not to really explain it to you, because then that would be boring. So they got to keep the video like just good for people's attention spans, not the real detail that could be boring. So you're still lost ultimately. And now you need to know what to do. All right, y'all follow me, right? Pay attention to this part. All right. You need to get shown the ropes. There's no other way. Someone has to show you how to do this. Because guess what? You were not born riding a motorcycle. You're not born knowing how to do any of this, anything. Now, you can say, well, I can just figure it out. Yeah, you can just figure it out. But guess what? You have to do all the wrong things to figure out what the right thing is. So while you're making all these mistakes, they're not free. You're paying for them. Medical bills, road rash, bike parts, or buying multiple bikes. All right, so this is what you should do. Instead of guessing, that's not what you should do. Guessing is never the answer on a motorcycle. What you should do is get shown the ropes. Find someone in your city, in your neighborhood, who's really good at what they do. That's, you know what I'm saying? You would be happy to trade places with them. That's who you listen to. Now, sometimes these people don't really want to give the time of day, and I understand that. And that's part of the reason why I'm doing this free training. Now, you got to be coachable. All right, you got to be able to receive the information and apply it. Instead of thinking that you know better, because if you knew better, you would be doing better. And then you also need to be consistent. You got to be consistent, because I can give you the blueprint, I could tell you everything, and then you just don't do it, so nothing happens. And then people go, oh, it didn't work. Well, you didn't work. You didn't work. You didn't work it. So you have to be consistent. Because there's no question if I know what to do, because I have the results. So I clearly know what is required. So you have to just do it consistently. Now, here's the 3 things that you need. A clear path to follow. You need feedback to make sure that you're on the right path and you're not drifting off and picking up bad habits, because bad habits will never get you the right result. And you need support whenever you have a problem with your motorcycle or you get stuck on something. Instead of staying stuck and trying to figure it out, you know, there's no guarantee if you figure it out. A lot of guys ride for a really long time and never figure out the rear brake. You know what I'm saying? So there's no guarantee that you're going to figure it out just by itself. It's possible, but then it's also possible that you don't. So having support, you know what I'm saying, when you do reach certain obstacles and you have help to help you solve these obstacles, it could be anywhere from bike parts, like bike problems, you know, just getting over fear, recovering from a crash, like just being helped to get, you know, just a pep talk or whatever. Like if you fall, have a bad day, you got guys that support you, believe in you, and encourage you to get back on the horse, get back on the bike. You know what I'm saying? These 3 things are gonna guarantee that you'll be successful. You can overcome anything. A clear path to follow. You're not guessing. You have feedback, and you have support. Now, what is the pinnacle? Okay, the pinnacle is the most successful point. All right, it's the highest point of something. What is the hardest skill to learn on a motorcycle? Is it acceleration, braking? Is it cornering? Is it Clutch work, shifting gears. What's the hardest thing to do on a motorcycle? Leave in the comments. A wheelie is the most difficult skill to learn. If you missed that one, yeah. If you mastered wheelies, you have reached the pinnacle of motorcycle riding. Very few make it. 3 reasons why most never make it. They don't know how. They have the fear of crashing. Or they just don't believe that they can do it. Here's a MotoGP rider looping his bike. It's not an easy skill. A MotoGP rider goes around the track, left turn, right turn, accelerating hard, braking hard, but he loops his bike after all that seat time, completely sprawled out. I'm not saying he doesn't have any control, but I'm saying wheelies is the hardest thing and it demands the most control, and it's something you cannot fake and you cannot hide. If you don't got it, you crash. And the teacher appeared and I progressed so fast. I would say within 30 days, I was hitting balance point. A lot of guys taking 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years to figure out balance point. The very basics, and it blows my mind because it doesn't take that long. We're not talking about rocket science. We're talking about popping a wheelie, man. Very simple. You got your gas, your clutch, your brake. Don't overcomplicate it, bro. But a lot of guys just don't have that teacher, have that guidance, so it's taking them extra long. I don't care how long you do the wrong thing, you're not gonna get where you're trying to go. It's like you're in the car, you're driving, you say, I wanna go to Disneyland, but you don't have the correct address. So you go across the whole America and you're like, fuck man, I can't get to Disneyland. You don't have the right directions. If I know someone that lives right across the street from Disneyland and they know all the fastest way to get there, then I would get there even quicker. I expected to crash, but a crash never came. Everyone was telling me, yo, if you want to learn how to wheelie, you're going to have to just loop your bike until you figure it out. So mentally, I was prepared. I was like, okay, I'm going to have to crash. All right, I really want to wheelie, so I don't want to crash, but if that's what it takes, then I'm willing to still put the effort. I expected to crash, and it never came. Did I get lucky? I even thought to myself, did I get lucky? Do you guys thought I got lucky? Well, Jamal used the same exact strategies. Remember I told you in the beginning, my friend that I taught how to wheelie, he got the same exact results. He learned how to wheelie without looping the bike. And he continued to progress, and this is him 1 year later. So I was like, wait a minute. We can't just both got lucky. Maybe this strategy just works. It's best to learn from others' successes. It accelerates your own success. Now this is Jamal. Okay, he has no background in riding motorcycles. So what did we do? He said, man, I really want to learn how to ride. And this is actually how we became friends. I knew about motorcycles. He knew about cars. I was interested in learning about cars. He was interested in learning about motorcycles. I was like, yeah, man, I've been riding my whole life. I'll teach you how to ride. He was like, what bike should I get for my first bike? I said, get a dirt bike. A dirt bike is the best bike to learn on. And then I said, get a 2-stroke dirt bike, a YZ125, because I knew that 2-stroke power band was super aggressive. And if he can learn on that, he can ride anything. I intentionally helped him become a beast of a rider. And this is us at the park, and this is him learning how to go through the gears. And that was me recording. That was him just doing a flyby. Quickly, he got bored of that, you know what I'm saying? Maxed it out a couple times and was like, I want a street bike. He got his first street bike from like an auction. And like I said, you guys don't need to have a big, fancy, pretty bike. He got the 2003 636. He put the love into it, and he was off. This is him trying to do his first wheelies. Right? And that's him now. And that's him now. He had no background of riding motorcycles, okay? He got his first bike, and in 6 months, he was holding balance point. And then as time went on, he just kept getting better and better and better. How did he get good so fast? He had a clear path to follow from the jump. I was guiding him from the start. He didn't spend any time guessing. I told him the exact bikes to get to make him the best. I told him exactly how to ride it to make him the best. I gave him the mentality to use to help him progress the fastest, the safest, to become the most powerful rider he can be. Do you understand? This is not a normal, average, everyday result that you're getting, okay? This is specialized knowledge. Look at all the support that he has. All these guys can wheelie. All these guys are killers. He was surrounded. He had the proper setup to be successful. All right? He had a clear path to follow. He had feedback. He had support. Of course he's going to be successful. Now let's say your goal is to wheelie. You practice every day. You have a clear understanding of exactly how to do it. And you understand what to do. You have feedback that puts you on the fast path, the path of least resistance. You're on the fast track. And you have support from a group of riders all committed to the same goal. Do you believe that you can reach your goal with that much support? You probably could, right? Now, at this point in the training, you have two options. All right? You pretty much know what you need as far as the setup. Okay? You need these three things. You need support, you need guidance, and you need feedback. You know what you need to reach your goals. All right? Now you have two options. Option one, you can go at it alone, spend thousands of dollars fixing your bike, figuring this stuff out, getting frustrated, wasting 3 more years of your life. You know what I'm saying? You can try to create your own support group, find stunt riders in your area. It may work, it may not work. They might be willing to teach you and give you that or not. Option two is learn the proven blueprint from us who have just done it. Who have not just done it, but we have truly mastered the art and we're the best in the world at it. All right? This training is worth $3,000 worth of game. Remember that. Everyone watching this training, I want to present to you a special offer, all right, for the riders that want to go above and beyond to hone their skills. This is for you. The offer that I said that you can work with me if you want to continue to progress. If not, this training is done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys pretty much understand what is required, the proper setup that you need to be successful. You can go out there and make it happen. But for the people that want to continue to learn more and train with me, this is for you. 100x rider, all right? You're going to 100 times the rider that you are now. You're going to 100x your potential on the bike. This is the program, 100x rider. everything you need to start your sport bike mastery journey and learn to wheelie in 30 days. All right? Now, just to be clear, this blueprint will teach you how to wheelie without just guessing and all the trial and error, right? It's up to you if you're going to put the work in. You know what I'm saying? So don't be like, oh, well, you said in 30 days and you only practice once a month. Come on, bro. Let's be realistic. Now let's summarize everything you get. The Wheelie Blueprint Masterclass, a step-by-step walkthrough covering the core skills, the mindset, and the safety techniques. This eliminates the guesswork. How to perform a pre-ride bike prep and post-ride inspection with a pro-level mechanic checklist. Basically what that means is you want to be able to inspect your bike, prep your bike properly, so when you're wheeling, your bike don't shut off on you. That's what that means. All right. You have a comprehensive step-by-step guide with everything you need to safely learn how to wheelie and master control. It includes drills for motor skill enhancement, precision timing, perfect body positioning, and muscle memory development. You know, a lot of guys, they say when they do a wheelie, they can't remember to hit the rear brake. It's because they're trying to remember instead of programming their muscle memory. You think that you have time to really be thinking in the wheelie, or you just need to be reacting? Your muscles need to just be in flow state. You can't be thinking. That's your problem. So we train you how to develop your muscle memory. You know what I'm saying? Have the correct timing, body positioning, everything you need to master full control. We show you step by step and walk you through it. The mindset you need to have, everything. It's going to eliminate the guesswork for you. Now, I value this at $5,000 worth of value. And the reason is because we're removing the guesswork, which normally guys go through multiple bikes because they keep totaling their bikes from guessing. So we're basically saving your bike by removing the guesswork. And that is why it's $5,000 worth of value. Now we got expert live group calls. Learn how to wheelie. Learn how the mechanics and the techniques work on a deep dive breakdown. All right, on these calls, we actually build up your belief systems. We eliminate fear. We talk through things to help you understand better. Because fear is only because there's still factors that are unknown. You don't know. And when you know, there's nothing to fear. We sharpen your mindset. We help you troubleshoot what's going on, what you're experiencing. If you have any bike troubles, we troubleshoot all that. just to be clear that wheelies do put extra stress on the bike, there's going to be times when you might have a problem with your bike and you need to troubleshoot. We blast through mental roadblocks, mental blocks that you might have. We get over them. We also do motivation on these calls, get you hyped up so you can push harder, go hard, practice. And this floor is also open for questions and answers that you might have. We also got, it's valued at $2,000, by the way. So this is also something that we have, the rider community support. All right. We got 24/7 tech support. So basically, you can message the group anytime. You can message me and ask me questions anytime. So anytime you need help along the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not alone. You got people to talk to that know what they're doing, that are on the same journey with the same goal, with the same passion. That is super powerful in itself. You know, just forget about all the other things that you get. That alone will get you halfway there. That I value at $3,000 for the simple fact that I have already built the community. All you gotta do is just take the benefits from it. You know how much time and effort it is to cultivate and build a community like this? This is super valuable. It's probably underpriced. This program is yours today for just $3,000, you guys. Look how sexy it is. This is the real fucking deal. How do you feel like coming into it versus when you first started, bro?
I feel way more comfortable doing this than I did before. Appreciate you, man. It's a pretty cool feeling being able to learn this shit and not being afraid of falling or actually getting seriously hurt, you know what I mean? It's not just a game like where you're just popping the wheel up. It's more than that. It's a choice where you got to really put the work in and really understand what the fuck you're doing with your machine. And it's not just like anyone can hop on a bike and just do it, you know?
That's what's up, bro. Would you recommend it?
Hell yeah, I would.
Let's put this into perspective and do the math on it, man. The disturbing cost of going at it alone. To figure out all this information could take you years. And you might not figure it out at all. That's the truth. That's the reality of it. A lot of guys just don't get there. They accept just going fast in a straight line and weaving between cars and chasing wheelies every now and then. All right. You'd have to try hundreds of things on your bike on your own with no idea about what does and what doesn't work. And you have to learn with expensive, painful trial and error. To build a support network and community of people like this would take you years. It took me 3 years to build this community to where it's at now. I put my own heart and soul into it every single day for all 3 of those years. Now think about the true cost it would take to achieve this. Thousands of dollars in bike repairs, possibly medical bills, and years of time. And of course, you might not figure it out at all. This decision can change your life. It can save your life. I want to send the elevator back down. So I'm going to do something special. So for everyone in this training today, I'm going to do something special. I'm offering a limited time launch special. All right. I'm offering the first few people who sign up a 80% off discount, meaning you will get this entire system starting at $37 for the rookie package. All right. The superstar package is $199, and the Hall of Fame package is $2,000. Now let me explain what these are. The rookie package. This is your option that is monthly. Okay? This is for the guy that he's not fully committed. Maybe he doesn't want to invest too much in himself because he doesn't believe he's worth the investment. So he just wants to try it out. He's not fully committed. So, this is good for him just to, get some correct guidance so he can stay safe and still learn and see that this is the place he needs to be. Now, the superstar package, this is for the guys that are committed. They're like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. I want to train. I want to be the best. And the superstar package is simply a 1-year commitment. Basically, instead of paying a bunch of monthly payments for $37, you just pay one payment of $199. It's the best deal, and it shows commitment to yourself. In your mind, you have fully committed. These riders get the best result. Okay, majority of my testimonials are all from riders who fully committed, because that's the only way you get results is if you commit to something. Now, the Hall of Fame is $2,000. Like, what could he be possibly offering for $2,000? Yes, I've had numerous riders pay me $2,000 to learn this information. All right, and this was before I had all these other options. So everyone was paying me $2,000 to work with me, and this was a one-on-one coaching offer for 4 months of one-on-one coaching, online coaching. Now, let's make this investment even more valuable. I have some free bonuses I'm going to add on to it. Bonus number 1, the one-on-one accelerator call. Hop on call with my team, one-on-one, to get jump started for success. All right. We'll discuss your current struggles so you can start progressing instantly. Point you in the direction of where you need to start, what you need to do. If you got any questions, you can get them answered on this call. This is just a jump starter call. Help you accelerate faster to your goals. Bonus number 2, unlimited video audits. Okay, you can submit your videos of your progress for tailored feedback. Receive expert guidance to make safe, fast, effective progress. This is how you're going to eliminate a lot of guesswork. That's going to shortcut your learning curve by years. All right, one size does not fit all. It's everyone is at a different place in their journey, on a different bike, with different abilities. Advice must be tailored accordingly to what's actually happening in real time. Then we got bonus number 3. Free tickets to our 5-day boot camp. All right, this is going to be an online training event for 5 days. Sport Bike Mastery boot camp with Extreme Life Darius, and we're going to have special guest speakers. Bonus number 4 is the perfect bike setup blueprint. All right, you're going to get the exact blueprint that I use to set up my personal bike. You're going to learn how to tailor your machine to fit your body like a glove. Your bike will become an extension of you. All right, your bike comes with factory settings, generic settings, and you need to tailor it for you. So when you get on your bike, it feels like your bike. And when other people get on your bike, it feels awkward because it's not their bike. It's set up for you. And that's what we're going to teach you how to do, because that's going to give you more control. If your bike isn't in the best shape, follow the blueprint to prep it to be a wheelie machine. The bad news, not everyone watching will get these bonuses. These are reserved for fast action takers only. Now, I know some guys are skeptical. You know what I'm saying? They see me doing wheelies. They know I know how to get there because I did it myself, and they're still skeptical. So listen. Here's the risk-free guarantee. If you go through the program, you watch the content, you complete the exercises, you take action, I can see that you're putting in the work, you should get your wheelies under control within 30 days. But just in case you're skeptical, I offer a personal guarantee. If you don't get to balance point in a full year working with us, I will work with you personally until you do. Meaning, you will still have access to the Wheelie Accelerator, the 100X Rider program, all right, the weekly live calls, and our private group. Now, like I said, here's a screenshot of my Stripe account. All the the $2,000 payments. I scratched out their names for people's privacy, but people pay me $2,000. Yes, this is real, to learn these exact same strategies. All right. If you could master Wheelie safely and confidently without looping your bike to figure it out, would it make sense to invest $2,000 one time to make that happen and you live your dream for the rest of your life? It would, wouldn't it? Without having to crash and go through all that pain, and you can be wheeling. It would, right? I mean, your bike is worth way more than $2,000, right? So wouldn't you want to protect it? Wouldn't you want to protect your body and not have to go through all that? It makes sense, right? All right, you're getting this for a fraction of that price. You're not even paying $2,000. So here's what you'll get access to. Let's get a refresher. A complete step-by-step Wheelie blueprint. All right, zero guesswork. Valued at $5,000. All right, the monthly membership inside the 100X Rider community is worth $3,000 a year. It's now free. That's the free bonus. All right. The expert live group calls, where you do the deep dive breakdowns, is valued at $2,000. So every single week you're gonna get on call. After you rode all week, you're gonna have new experiences to talk about, new problems that came up, new successes that we can celebrate and learn from every single week. And you can keep asking questions as you progress and get better. You're always going to have questions when you get to a new level. So this program grows with you. That's what makes it so dynamic and powerful. All right, and you got the Wheelie video audits, real-time tailored feedback. That's valued at $2,000. Listen, you can get all of that today and transform your ride for not $3,000, not $2,000, but only $37 a month. $37 a month. $37 a month to learn how to be the man on your motorcycle. Get full control, full confidence, and learn how to wheelie without looping. A clear blueprint that's going to teach you step by step. It gets no sweeter than this. Now here's how you do it, man. You're just going to click the link. It's going to be in the bio somewhere. You can find it. I'm sure you can find it. Just drinking some water. This is what the page is going to look like. You're going to scroll on any of those buttons that says unlock control. You're going to click unlock control and you will get to a sign up page where you'll get the blueprint to unlock control. It's that simple. Now, this is the one-on-one coaching offer for $2,000. All right, I still have that available, but it's by invite. Not everyone can just get this. Like I'm not gonna work with everyone, and it being one-on-one, I put a lot of time into my one-on-one riders. Okay, so I don't accept many riders. Okay, I have to, agree with the bike you're trying to learn on. I have to see that you're actually serious, because I've had guys pay me $2,000 and think that them paying me the money was just gonna make them have wheelie powers, and that's not the case. I want people that are hungry to learn, who really are gonna put in the work. So I have to see that from these guys. I have to see the fire. These guys are serious. They don't waste time. They actually put in the work, because the money's cool, right? You know, the money's cool, but what feels better is having a guy say, yo, Darius changed my life. I'm out here wheeling, and I'm like, yo, this guy really put in the work. He's a killer on the bike, and he's representing me. Like, yeah, I helped create that monster on the motorcycle. That's a really good feeling. Money is cool, right? That's an everyday thing. People get money every day. We spend it. It doesn't really stick around, but that is something that you can feel good about for a lifetime. Your life changes. This person goes from an average rider to a rider who is elite for the rest of his life. That never expires. That never gets old. This money will come and go so fast, it really doesn't even matter. I don't care about the money. This is my purpose. This is my dream. This is what I'm passionate about. This is what I love to do. All right? And the money just allows me to do that, because in the world that we live in, we have to pay for things. We have to pay for eating, sleeping, you know what I'm saying? Basic needs as a human. That is why I have to charge money. If the world didn't revolve around it, I wouldn't give a damn. I would be riding my bike, teaching people how to wheelie, having fun, because that's what I love to do anyways. So, this makes it all possible. Only $2,000 if you want to learn directly with me, all right? You want the fast track. You want to learn the most you can learn, the fastest. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like me. You want to adopt my methods and strategies, my style, my mentality. This is what you want. Now, let's just say, man, I don't want to do the monthly. I want to work with you one-on-one. But I don't have the full 2,000. Like I said, DM me, message me. Like I said, you're not going to find a link on here where you can just join yourself, because I can't just have random people sending me $2,000 and I don't know who they are, and they're on a scooter or something that I don't even work with. Now, you know what I'm saying? Like, now I have to refund them. I don't want to have to do $2,000 refunds. So I'm going to hand pick and cherry pick the most promising riders that I want to work with. Okay? And if you don't have the full 2,000, that's cool. We have options for you. So all you have to do, once you DM me and tell me, look, I want your one-on-one coaching, and we talk and we come to an agreement that you're serious, I have an option called, I have financing options, Klarna, Afterpay. And they run your credit, and basically based off your credit, you can get monthly payments. You can pay as you learn. You can buy now, pay later. If you live in the US or Canada, you can choose these options, Affirm, and get interest-free funding all the way up from 12 months to 36 months. Now, let's talk about results, because that's all that matters. Because I don't think anyone has created this level of success for themselves or for others in this time frame. I don't think anyone has learned how to wheelie on 1,000 cc's and scraped it in 30 days without looping the bike. And I don't think anyone has mastered teaching other riders how to do the same exact thing and learn how to wheelie without looping the bike through the internet. All right, me personally, I started as a scared, unconfident rider, average level of control, but nothing worthy of real respect. I discovered a way to break down a wheelie into an easy to learn way. Learn how to go to 12 o'clock, scrape on a stock 1,000 cc sport bike in 30 days without crashing, from zero wheelie experience. Through wheelies, I learned how to gain full control, and I shared the same exact blueprint with tons of other riders to achieve a similar outcome. But that's just my results. Let's talk about the results I've been able to achieve for my riders. Our team has helped over 120 people get to balance point without crashing. Over 100 testimonials. This is Court. He's a nurse. He's a father. He's a husband. He wanted to learn how to wheelie and get to balance point. And after a few weeks of joining us, this is him. This is what he had to say.
My name's Court. I don't really like making posts. I don't even like being on camera. But I wish I would have committed to Darius sooner. And if there's anybody on the fence and unsure it's the best option, I'd really encourage you to do it with Darius. He's really enlightened me in so many ways, not even just wheeling. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to wheelie for so long, and finally it's clicking. He just knows what to say. He knows what your issue is, all the way from bike setup to timing to just everything. The encouraging, the positivity, it's priceless, really. I was really nervous, prayed about it, talked to my wife about it. Is this something we should do? And she thinks I'm too old to be doing wheelies, but that's just her wanting me to be safe. But both of us realize that the safest way is with Darius. Thanks, brother. I appreciate all your help. Can't wait to continue our relationship. If there's anybody out there unsure, man, I encourage you to do it. I wish I would have done it sooner.
How do you? Yo, guys. So, like I said, we're about to wrap this up. So go ahead and drop in the comments. I want to see who has already joined.
Like, I had such good experiences passing cars today. There was people walking. I went by this high school and this kid's like, Papa Wheelie, like giving me the sign. Dude, I hit an epic one in second. Like, it felt good. I saw those kids like raise their arms, like, yeah, in celebration. My God, that felt good. I've been dreaming about this. I cannot believe. I mean, technically, it's been weeks because
Jamal came to me with zero riding experience. His first question was, what bike should I get for my first bike? I said, get a dirt bike. Took him to the park. He learned how to shift through the gears. Then boom. He said, I'm ready to learn how to wheelie a street bike. He started wheeling. Next thing you know, look, this is him. This is what he can do now. He came with zero riding experience. Now look at him. This is where he was at. I gave him the blueprint. I showed him everything from the start. Now look. That's why this is so powerful. It cuts your learning curve by years. By years. Look, guys never even get to this level. Within How do you feel like coming into it versus when you first started, bro?
I feel way more comfortable doing this than I did before. Appreciate you, man. It's a pretty cool feeling being able to learn this shit and not being afraid of falling or actually getting seriously hurt, you know what I mean? It's not just a game like where you're just popping the wheel up. It's more than that. It's a choice where you got to really put the work in and really understand what the fuck you're doing with your machine. And it's not just like anyone can hop on a bike and just do it, you know?
That's what's up, bro. Would you recommend it?
Hell yeah, I would.
Man, this is the
This is Sean. He was grinding the entire summer and found sit-down wheelies in 3 months. You can see him posting early morning spin, getting comfy with these sit-downs. You can see him posting in the community. He's on a CBR 600. This is Brian. You can see him putting in the work. He came off a Harley when I first met him. He was on a Harley, didn't wheelie, didn't know anything about wheeling. Got his first bike. Now he's out here wheeling.
Best walkthrough I have ever even seen, bro. When I seen those videos, I'm like, this is it. I got so cocky and so confident. I'm like, yeah, bro, this is what I need. First 3 videos is so superb, bro. Oh, it's damn near a wrap.
This is an amazing rider right here. This guy's going to go so far because he's just getting started, and you see how good he is. But you see him here saying, wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't have the best of the best teaching me. You know, it's the riders that are coachable and have the most gratitude and they're thankful. Those guys go the furthest because they're willing to learn versus thinking that they can just do it all by themselves and don't learn anything. And that's just the start of it. You know, a lot of these testimonials need to be updated with the newer riders. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and do that in the next training that I do. But for today, we're gonna just go ahead and wrap it up. So the guys who have signed up, they're already started. I could see them in the group. I got my phone. I see all the sign-ups. Welcome, everybody. And for the guys that are just still enjoying the testimonials, let's make a move, man, because watching it is cool, but you've done plenty of watching already. You know, you watch guys do wheelies and live your dream all day on social media. You know, we're kind of tired of that. We want to see you wheeling 2026. We want to see you out there. So, like I said, you got 2 options. You can invest in yourself, invest in your skills, become the rider that you admire, you respect, the rider that you dream of becoming, conquer your fears step by step. Don't matter what level you're at. We've mastered this. We've proven that it works. We got results. We got testimonials. So it's not a question of if it works. It's a question of, are you standing in your own way? I don't know. Do you believe that you're worth the investment? That's for you to decide. I don't hide behind my computer either. Balance point. Using this program, I for sure want to ride with you. All right? And it doesn't stop there. Everybody who learns to scrape with the program gets a personal invite to experience the dream ride with me through Malibu canyons. All expenses on me. We either gonna go where they ate at the restaurant with Paul Walker from the movie The Fast and the Furious. I'm gonna take you there to eat. We gonna ride out, go eat. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes. Our community eats, breathes, and sleeps success. And that's why no other wheelie training on earth matches the results we've generated so far. Our team has helped over 75 people get to balance point without crashing. Here's what you're going to get, like I said. Complete step-by-step Wheelie blueprint, zero guesswork. The membership to the community, unlimited Wheelie audits. You're going to get tailored feedback, expert live group calls, deep dive breakdowns every single week. The perfect bike setup blueprint. The one-on-one accelerator call. Listen, man, I'm getting tired of reading this off. You're getting so much for the price of like a lunch. $37 a month. You can blow that on lunch. Easy. And this is way better than lunch. Transform your ride today, man. Let's get it. $37 a monthly to ride like the man. Buy now, pay later for my one-on-one coaching riders. We know we're going to get a lot of signups. Everybody want that one-on-one coaching. They want to be the best. Everybody want to ride. Full control, full confidence. They want to get there quick. I cannot stress this point enough. I have spent over $100,000 in medical bills. All right, I got rods in my leg. I got missing toes. I've had a blood transfusion. Okay, I spent over $100,000 in medical bills and bikes, and wasted 10 plus years riding average. Made countless mistakes before realizing guidance was my answer, and burned multiple hours of my life I will never get back trying to figure this shit out. Guys, you have to face the truth. Life can only go one of three ways. You don't do anything about your riding and you stay where you are. You try to start alone and struggle for years. Or you start a new journey mastering the ride correctly from the start with the best community and coaches in the world. The proof in the rider results are truly unheard of. Learning how to master a bike, learning through online training, and it works. And it actually works. You could be anywhere in the world and learn and get the best training of learning. Matter of fact, forget about that. The fact that I'm telling you there's a way to learn without just looping. Looping is a weak strategy. It's outdated. It's the original. So it only makes sense for people to get smarter and come up with a better, effective way to do something. And this is it, man. The time to act is now. Someday is a disease that will take your dreams to the grave with you. Just remember, sometimes it's the smallest decisions that change your life forever. This was me 3 years ago, and this is me now. It's your time to shine. We have your back. Peace.